You are standing inside a small, circular elevator made of reinforced glass. It is late, or perhaps it is early. Time behaves differently when you are descending into the heart of the ocean. The air inside the lift is perfectly controlled, cool, crisp, and carrying the faint, clean scent of ozone and sea salt. You reach out and press the button for the lowest level. The button is made of brushed aluminum, cold and smooth beneath your fingertip. It gives way with a soft, muted click. For a heartbeat, there is total stillness. Then, the elevator begins its descent. It doesn't jolt or shudder. It simply glides, a slow and rhythmic movement that feels more like a gentle pull of gravity than mechanical transport. Through the glass walls, the surface light begins to change. The bright turquoise shimmer of the shallow water fades into a rich, saturated emerald, then settles into a deep, velvety indigo. You watch as small bubbles dance against the glass, trailing upward like strings of pearls, caught in the wake of your quiet journey downward. The silence here is profound. The only sound is the rhythmic, low-frequency hum of the elevator's descent, a sound so steady and predictable that it begins to sync with the pace of your own breathing. You are traveling to the Aquaria Research Outpost, a sanctuary anchored deep within the silent blue. As the lift continues its slow crawl, the indigo water outside turns to a thick, obsidian darkness. Yet it doesn't feel cold. It feels protective, like a heavy silk curtain drawn against the noise of the world above. Finally, the elevator slows. The movement is so gradual you barely notice it stopping. A soft chime, like a silver bell, struck under cloth, announces your arrival. The doors slide open with a gentle hiss of pneumatic pressure. You step out into the viewing deck. The floor beneath your feet is covered in a dense, moss-colored carpet that swallows the sound of your footsteps completely. The room is wide and semicircular, dominated by a massive wraparound window made of acrylic glass 5 feet thick. The lighting in the room is dim, provided by recessed amber lamps that cast a golden, candle-like glow against the dark mahogany panels of the walls. You find yourself standing at the edge of the abyss, safe and warm in a bubble of light. To your left, a small station beckons. It is a tea nook carved into the wood of the wall. On a low stone counter sits a heavy ceramic teapot, still radiating a soft, steady warmth. You pick up a cup. It is made of rough-hewn clay, keeping the heat trapped within its thick walls. As you pour the liquid, a pale chamomile infusion, you watch the steam curl and twist in the amber light, rising in slow, lazy spirals before vanishing into the air. The fragrance is earthy and sweet, grounded in the scent of dried flowers and honey. You take a slow sip, feeling the warmth travel from the ceramic to your palms, then down into your chest, relaxing every muscle it touches. You walk toward the great window, the cup held loosely in your hands. Outside, the world is a masterpiece of shadow and light. This is the midnight zone, yet it is far from empty. In the distance, a cluster of bioluminescent jellyfish drifts past, their translucent bells pulsing with a soft, rhythmic neon blue. They move with an impossible slowness, trailing long gossamer tentacles that shimmer like stardust. You watch one specific jellyfish as it nears the glass. It doesn't struggle against the current. It simply exists in a state of perfect buoyancy, rising and falling with the unseen breath of the tide. The sight is hypnotic. You find a large, oversized armchair positioned directly in front of the glass. It is upholstered in a deep navy velvet, so soft it feels like a shadow. You sink into it and the chair seems to mold itself to your form, supporting your lower back, your shoulders, and your neck. There is a weighted blanket draped over the armrest, a soft grey knit that feels substantial and comforting. You pull it over your lap, feeling the gentle pressure ground you, tethering you to this moment of absolute peace, looking out into the deep. You notice the way the light from the station's exterior lamps catches the marine snow, tiny particles of organic matter that drift downward through the water column like a slow-motion blizzard. Each flake falls at its own pace, weaving a complex, silent pattern against the dark background. There is no wind here, no harsh edges, no sudden movements. Everything is fluid. To the right of the window, a small monitor glows with a dim violet light. It displays the sonar readings of the surrounding seabed. The lines on the screen move in long, low waves, mimicking the swell of a calm heart. You close your eyes for a moment, listening to the station. Beyond the hum of the air recyclers, there is the distant muffled sound of the ocean itself. A low, resonant throb, the sound of a planet breathing. It is the most ancient lullaby in existence. When you open your eyes again, a large, dark shape is gliding slowly past the station. It is a blue whale, a silent titan of the deep. It moves with a grace that defies its size, its skin a mottled tapestry of greys and silvers. It passes so close that you can see the fine texture of its flank, lit by the station's amber glow. It doesn't acknowledge the station. It is simply on its own long, peaceful journey through the silent corridors of the sea. The sheer scale of the creature reminds you that your worries are small, drifting away like the bubbles from the elevator. You feel a deep sense of safety here, miles beneath the storms and the sunlight. The pressure of the ocean is held back by the strength of the glass, creating a pocket of absolute stillness just for you. Your thoughts begin to slow, matching the rhythmic pulsing of the bioluminescent life outside. You think about the water pressing gently against the station, a cold embrace that keeps the internal warmth feeling even cozier. You take another sip of your tea, which is still perfectly warm. The liquid is soothing, a gentle weight in your stomach. You lean your head back against the velvet of the chair. The ceiling of the viewing deck is painted with a faint, shimmering mural of the constellations as seen from the surface, a reminder of the world above that feels so far away and unimportant right now. The stars in the mural seem to twinkle ever so slightly in the flickering amber light of the room. Your breathing is now deep and regular. With every exhale, you feel your limbs becoming heavier, sinking further into the plush velvet of the armchair. The weighted blanket is a warm, steady presence. You watch the marine snow outside the window. It is thicker now, creating a hazy white veil that softens the edges of the darkness. A small orange fish with wide, curious eyes hovers just outside the glass for a moment, its fins moving in tiny rhythmic flutters to keep it stationary. It looks in at you, and for a second, you share a moment of quiet recognition before it flicks its tail and disappears into the shadows. The station hums, the water flows, the darkness is a soft, heavy quilt that covers everything. You find yourself watching the way the shadows play across the mahogany walls. The light from the jellyfish outside casts moving patterns of blue and violet across the floor, shifting like the reflection of light on a bedroom ceiling. It is rhythmic. It is certain. There is nothing you need to do. There is nowhere you need to go. You are exactly where you are meant to be, held in the quiet heart of the world. The tea is finished now. You set the ceramic cup down on the small wooden side table. The sound of the clay hitting the wood is a dull, satisfying thud that marks the end of the day's requirements. You adjust the blanket, tucking it around your feet. The warmth is all-encompassing. Outside, the bioluminescence is fading into a more distant glow, like the lights of a far-off city seen through a thick fog. The ocean is reclaiming its silence. Your eyelids feel heavy, weighted by the same gentle gravity that pulled the elevator down into the deep. You watch one final particle of marine snow drift past the center of the window. It falls slowly, slowly, drifting left, then right, then down out of sight. The darkness is kind, the blue is deep. The station is strong. You let your eyes close completely now, the image of the silent, pulsing deep etched into your mind. The low hum of the life support is the only thing left, a steady vibration that carries you toward the threshold of sleep. You are safe. You are warm. You are deep beneath the waves, where the silence is absolute and the rest is total. You drift. You sink into the softness of the velvet. You breathe in the scent of the sea and the stone. Everything is still. Everything is quiet. Sleep comes as easily as the tide, washing over you in slow, rhythmic waves, carrying you down into the dreamless, peaceful dark. If your eyes are closed and sleep is reaching out for you, let it take you. There is nothing left to do tonight. No more places to go. You have arrived at the most important destination, this moment of perfect, unshakable rest. However, if your mind is still a little too bright, or if the path to sleep feels just a few steps further away, do not worry. There is no pressure to drift off immediately. On your screen, you will find other paths we have prepared for you, other sanctuaries, other cabins, and other quiet corners of the world. You can choose one now, and we will continue this journey together, moving a little slower, a little deeper, until the world finally fades into a soft, velvety blur. Before you go, if you find peace in these journeys, consider joining our sanctuary by subscribing. It is a quiet way of ensuring that whenever you need to escape, a seat is always held for you.